what I can say is that they have 9 construction firms that we have seen now in the news, the 9 calling card companies of the spouses Diskaya, where they have used dummies, where they have become huge contractors, and all of these 9 companies are based in Pasig. Practically all of these companies have tax deficiencies, probably with the BIR as well, but definitely with the LGU. Marami po silang violations. Recently, they have been, Mr. Diskaya has been recently convicted of 2 counts of building code violations. So medyo notorious po ito. Nagsimula sila sa LGU. And again, with regard to the question of the chair, kahit nung mayor na ako, naungontrata pa rin sila sa LGU. Kasi pinapatupad po namin sa Pasig ay strict adherence to the law, which is open and public bidding. So pag nagko-qualify po sila mula 2019, hindi po namin hinaharangan. May mga project po sila sa City Government of Pasig. Hindi naman siguro kalakihan na project, pero meron po silang projects with the city. And we have observed with the DPWH, palaki ng palaki yung mga project nila. Yung napag-uusapan po ngayon na 31 billion pesos of flood control projects. Katunayan, flood control projects pa lang po ito. Hindi bababa sa 100 billion pesos ang total contracts po nila sa ating pamahalaan, Mr. Chair.
Siguro as a final question before proceeding, Mayor Vico Soto, you mentioned in your Facebook statement that you had seen many inconsistencies, no, in the testimony of the Diskayas. No? So maybe you can intimate to the committee what these particular inconsistencies are.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Marami nga po tayo na obserbahan na you use the term inconsistencies, but I would like to be more direct. Kasinungalingan po talaga. At lantarang kasinungalingan naman po yung mga sinasabi nito. Hindi naman po bago sa kanila ang pagsisinungaling. Naobserbahan na po natin ito on the record and in public very many times. Sabi nga, dito sa kaso na ito, ang sinungaling ay asawa ng magnanakaw. Kaya ito po talaga yung nakikita natin. Ano? Isang very glaring na kasinungalingan ay yung kahapon po sa statement, sa sworn statement po nila, ay na 2 to 3% lang daw ang kinikita nila sa bawat kontrata. Kahit naman po hindi ka eksperto sa larangan ng construction o engineering, obvious naman po na kasinungalingan ito. Meron pa po, sabi po nila, when Senator Tulfo was questioning them, sabi niya po, minsan daw po, lugi pa daw siya. Ang bait naman po ng mga ito. Kung tumatanggap sila ng kontrata sa gobyerno, nagbibid sila para malugi. No sane business person would do that. Of course, I think everyone in this room would agree. Sinasabi nila 2 to 3% yung normal, 5% daw pag sinuwerte. Pag kinumpute po natin, alam ko medyo, Mr. Chair, with all due respect, if we just apply simple logic, it is already clear that they are lying. Although alam ko medyo iba kasi yung logic na ginagamit nila sa universe po nila. Pero pag tiningnan po natin logically, 2 to 3% of even 100 billion, edi 2 to 3 billion pesos lang po ito. Sila naman po yung nagmalaki at nag-flaunt. Pinagyabang po nila yung lifestyle nila. Na sobrang sabi nga po nila sa isang interview, 11 digits. Sabi po nila, pinagyayabang nila, 11 digits. Sabi ni Ma'am Cesara, 11 digits ang assets nila. So hindi bababa sa 10 billion. Nakita po natin, isang jade lang nila sa sa office nila, 100 million na kagad yun. Yung mga sasakyan, if they paid the correct taxes, it would easily reach almost 1 billion, if not more than 1 billion. How will you afford that if you're only earning 2 to 3% profit? Sabi naman nila, wala silang private contracts. Ayaw na daw nila sa private kasi maliit ang kita. Nasa interview din po nila. So, buti na lang po ang isda ay nahuhuli sa sarili nilang bibig. Buti na lang po, ganun po sila magsalita in public at nalalaman natin ang mga katotohanan.